Oh my God, what an adventure. Anyways, Yo Coot here, come back at you with another exciting video. If you've been watching the videos up until this point, basically I've been using the Piezano today pizza cooker. My honest review is it's cool. It works. It actually does what it says it'll do. I would say the temperature wise, in case you were curious, I think I hit somewhere around like 600 degrees today, maybe a little bit more. So even though you set your knobs to 800, I think 600 is like realistic for what you're going to hit in terms of temperature, but that's pretty damn hot. That's hotter than like most, conventional home ovens or whatever. So it does a good job. Here I made a pizza with, this was pepperoni, anchovy, and red onion with some 4 cheese action going on. This one was a pretty simple margarita style pizza. I'm just going to drizzle some like pesto over this to kind of make it a true margarita, or you can put some basil, that kind of vibe. But honestly, I rolled out the dough to about, I would say about 1/8 of an inch, and look at that rise. I ended up getting, I would say like a quarter of an inch of rise before I put it into the Piezano, and then while it was in the Piezano, it rose even more. And what I did was I used the Trader Joe's pizza dough. I just did a little hack, a little shortcut. What you could also do, if you really want to get creative, is use some dinner rolls, like those frozen dinner rolls. Take them out of the package, follow the instructions, for the how long it takes to defrost them or whatever, or if you buy them refrigerated or whatever the case may be. But that's a little hack. And then in terms of sauce, what I used today was Cento. You could use whatever tomato sauce you like. If you want to go sauceless and do like a dry pizza with maybe onion or some anchovy, or if you want to do like a cheese pizza, you could do that. The sky's the limit. You could use ricotta as a base. You could use pesto as a base, right, as your sauce or whatever. So anyways, performance wise, I got to give this thing credit, for being what it is. In my honest opinion, there were a couple other manufacturers' products that I was looking at. This to me was just so simple. Plug it in and go. There's not a whole lot to it. There's none of this like you can. I think you can use this thing indoor or outdoor. Obviously bring it in after it's cooled down and it's been used. I wouldn't leave this outside or anything, but definitely easier, definitely more user friendly than some of the other stuff that's out there, at least as far as I could tell in all my research. It does come with 2 of these peels. Basically, you're supposed to put them together like so. Right, so one is kind of up and one is kind of down. See that configuration right there? A lot of people make the mistake of they'll have both of them up or both of them down, and when they go to pick up the pizza, it's a little hard to do that. This way I find you get a scooper and you get a scraper, and basically it all comes together nicely. Another tip or trick that I mentioned in the other videos was when you're using this thing, especially for the first time, warm it up, let it go for 10 minutes, and then what you can do is you can sprinkle some semolina flour, right, like semolina or cornmeal basically, onto the surface to kind of act as like ball bearings to help to season it, so the pizza slides on easier and it slides off easier when it's all said and done. You will get a smoke fest, right? You're going to get some burnt on pieces. The trick is, and it even says it in the user's manual, is do not wash the stone in water. Never, ever, ever. What happens is water will get into the stone and basically create steam. That steam will eventually heat up, and it could cause the stone to crack or even possibly explode. So don't ever wash. Even if you think you wash the stone, you're going to dry it for like 3 days, there's still moisture that's going to be in there. It's going to alter the bonds, and anyways, the list goes on and on. Don't let it touch water, basically, is the whole point. Don't even wipe it with a damp cloth. No reason to. What you do is after it's all cooled down and it's all said and done, what you can do is you can take something like a clean, dry brush and just brush off any of that burnt on stuff. The more and more you use it, the more and more the stone will turn like a darker color, dark brown, even black. And basically, if it does turn all black, that's even better, because then it's fully seasoned and stuff should just slide on and off like no problem. But eventually, any of your like bigger pieces, bigger chunks, will turn into powder in essence, and then you can just brush them off with a clean, dry bristle brush, something like that. Kind of get a sense of what's going on there. Try to avoid touching any of the heating element stuff, especially even after you've used it. You just don't want to touch that heating element, even when it's all cooled down and everything. If you do have to clean the inside of it, if you want to just give it like a good once over, what I would recommend is something like this, which is Method, right? You could use, Wrong way there. There we go. You could use something like this. What I would do is spray this onto a paper towel lightly, very, very, like one, whoosh, just one little swoosh. So it's like barely misting the paper towel. Then take your paper towel when the Piezano is cool to the touch, room temperature. It's been cooled off completely. Then what you could do is take that paper towel with the misting of the Method cleaner on it and just kind of give the whole thing like a good once over. Like my glass there, I'll probably have to do that too when this is all cooled down and said and done, whatever. You kind of get a sense of what I'm talking about. But anyways, for being a great, little pizza maker, I have to give it credit. This is something that is, I guess, Old Coop product review approved. So I'll put links down below in the description, also in the comment section. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next product review.